This is a hands-on test of the Kandao Qoocam 8K, the first 8K 360 camera for consumers. How good is the image quality and the stabilization? I'm going to compare it to the Insta360 One X and GoPro Max.
Alright, so I just got the Qoocam 8K last night, but at that time it was already too dark to do any real tests. I want to make sure that the samples that I post are kind of representative of real world shooting conditions. Today we're gonna go to my favorite spot to test out the video quality. I also want to test out the 4K 120 FPS. And besides image quality, I also want to talk about its ease of use. I want to test it out because a lot of you have been concerned that it's kind of too big and too bulky to use it as an action cam. I want to see what it's like in real world shooting conditions. I want to know, can we use it as an action cam? Alright, so this is it. This is my secret spot, and I've been testing all my cameras here as much as possible, and because I've been testing all of them exact same spot at exact same height, then you can actually compare them yourself using the 360 camera comparison tool. Today we're going to add the Qoocam, and I'm going to reshoot the GoPro Max and Insta360 One X to ensure comparable results.
Qoocam 8K seems to have almost the same dynamic range as the Max and One X, although it may have a little bit less highlight range. As for contrast, the Qoocam 8K has pleasant contrast, although midtones are a bit dark compared to the One X or GoPro Max.
One thing I noticed is that while shooting here in bright sunlight, I can still see the display. It looks a little faded, but I can see it. I don't need to shade the LCD screen, so that's a plus.
The Qoocam 8K appears to have accurate and natural colors, but some users might prefer the more saturated look of the One X or the Max. Let's talk about detail. At first, Qoocam looks like it has just the same amount of detail as the One X and the Max, but if you look closely, you can see the net of the basketball court, whereas with the Max and One X, parts of the net are not visible. So the Qoocam looks like it has a little more detail than the Max or One X, although these bushes seem to have less detail on the Qoocam. By the way, if you like detailed analysis like this, go ahead, hit subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. I also compared the 4K 120 FPS mode to the Insta360 One X's 3K 100 FPS mode. The Qoocam looks smoother, while the One X 3K 100 FPS mode has noticeable jaggies. But in terms of detail, they appear similar. Kandao said they'll improve the sharpening, and we can expect an improvement similar to this. To me, the biggest image quality advantage of the Qoocam is that it has less noise. If you look at the grass, the One X and Max look like they're shimmering. On the Qoocam, it looks a lot cleaner.
Now let's compare image stabilization.
For some reason, my One X video didn't get recorded, so I'm only showing you the Qoocam and the Max. Now both the Qoocam and Max are able to neutralize most of the bumps and vibration from my jogging, even though I wasn't walking carefully. However, on the Qoocam, there is some rolling from side to side compared to the Max.
Now, one of the more common questions about the Kandao Qoocam is the size and the weight. A lot of people have expressed concerns about whether you can use it as an action cam or is it going to be too big or too bulky. So I'm going to attach it to a helmet and we're going to try it out. So we see that the Qoocam is sticking out of the helmet like this, and you know, a lot of people don't like that because it can hit a branch or something. But you know what? This is a 360 camera, so actually point it in any direction. So what I would recommend is actually pointing it forward like this. It's gonna be low profile. So I'm gonna be doing this in office clothes, but oh well. Yeah, after a while it does feel heavy, like, you know, I feel the strain on my neck, like trying to like offset the weight of the camera. But you know, I think it's doable, it's usable. And I think it would be more comfortable if you had like a padded helmet that could hold this more securely, because right now I feel like it's slipping off like that, and my neck has to offset the weight of the camera. But otherwise, I think it's totally doable. Now, although a lot of people use GoPros on helmets, the better way to use a 360 camera as an action cam is to use it on a selfie stick like this. You'll get a third-person view. So just like other 360 cameras, it works best with the selfie stick. Actually, the monopod I'm going to be using is this one. It's the Qoocam. So what's great about this monopod is it has this audio channel here. Inside there's like a hollow channel where you can insert an audio cable. And presto, we have an invisible cable. Now, of course, this was just a beta unit. So if you want to see the full review, stay tuned. Gandalf said they're sending another unit, which will be the retail version. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in 360.